a shocking incident of blatant racism has rocked the Manston Asylum Processing Centre in Kent, England, casting a harsh light on the already beleaguered facility and its contractors. Reports surfaced of a deeply offensive, racist message. The words, "Fuck off, you niggers, go back to where you came from," being broadcast over portable radios used by Home Office contractors from Mitie, one of the government's largest contractors. The message, described as a broadside of hate, was allegedly heard by individuals at the site, designed to process asylum seekers arriving via small boats. The Home Office and Mitie have issued swift condemnations of the abhorrent language used. However, this incident is far from an isolated event, highlighting a disturbing pattern of alleged racism and misconduct within the system responsible for processing vulnerable asylum seekers. The Manston facility itself has been under intense scrutiny for months, facing relentless criticism from various oversight bodies, including HM Inspectorate of Prisons, the Independent Chief Inspector of Borders and Immigration, and the European Committee for the Prevention of Torture. In 2022, Manston became tragically overcrowded, leading to outbreaks of infectious diseases like diphtheria and scabies. Allegations of assaults by guards further fueled the outrage and calls for reform. An independent inquiry, launched last month, is currently underway to investigate a catalog of failings at the center during 2022, though its final format remains to be determined. This isn't the first time Mitie contractors have faced accusations of racism. In 2021, an employment tribunal expressed deep concern over the use of the racist slur "cotton pickers" by Mitie contractors involved in deportations on behalf of the Home Office, though a claim of race and disability discrimination was ultimately dismissed. Further compounding the issue, Mitie admitted in 2022 to receiving complaints 2 years prior about racist comments exchanged within a staff WhatsApp group, yet failed to take appropriate action by escalating them. This inaction speaks volumes about the apparent lack of accountability and the systemic issues within the contracting process. The implications of these repeated incidents are profound and far-reaching. Maddie Harris, Director of Humans for Rights Network, an organization supporting asylum seekers released from Manston, paints a harrowing picture of the experiences faced by those seeking refuge in the UK. Harris states, "People disclose to us that they have been subject to extreme physical violence, witnessed death and violent incidents, been forced to work or held in detention facilities and prisons, deprived of their liberty, and endured acute psychological abuse." She underscores the critical need for protection, dignity, respect, and support for these vulnerable individuals. The radio broadcast incident serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need for systemic change and improved oversight to ensure the safety and well-being of asylum seekers within the UK's borders. The chilling broadcast is more than just a single act of hate. It represents a symptom of a deeper, more systemic problem within the asylum processing system. The repeated instances of racism and neglect highlight a failure of leadership and oversight, failing to provide a safe and humane environment for those seeking refuge. The question remains, will this latest incident finally spur the necessary changes to prevent further abuses and ensure that asylum seekers are treated with the dignity and respect they deserve? The ongoing inquiry must delve deep into not only the individual actions, but also the systemic failures that allowed this hateful incident to occur, and, more importantly, to seemingly occur repeatedly. The lack of accountability and the apparent tolerance of racism within the system demand immediate and thorough investigation. Without significant systemic reforms, the deplorable conditions and abusive practices at Manston are likely to persist, continuing to inflict trauma on already vulnerable individuals seeking safety and a new beginning. The international community is watching. The UK's commitment to human rights is being severely tested. A thorough investigation, swift justice, and meaningful systemic change are not just desired outcomes, they are urgent necessities. The incident at Manston is a stain on the nation's conscience, and only decisive action can begin to cleanse it. The voices of those who have suffered must be heard, and their experiences must be acknowledged and addressed with the seriousness they deserve. failure to act decisively will only embolden further acts of racism and intolerance within the system, perpetuating a cycle of suffering for those seeking refuge in the UK. The broadcast at Manston is a wake-up call. The time for meaningful and lasting change is now.